Let me just hit record. So this was recorded. Okay, well, hi everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Ashley Amick, and I'm actually the librarian here at ACHS. And today I'm just going to walk you through our library, including what our library has to offer, you know, what I can do for you as a librarian, and things like that. So just a few housekeeping items before I begin. If you have any questions, you can feel free to, chat here. There's, a chat function, or if you feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to just unmute your mic and ask me any questions. Feel free to also interrupt me. I want this to be a casual conversation about the library. I'm hoping this webinar won't go over 30 minutes. It might even just go under 30 minutes, just a brief walkthrough. I'm also recording this webinar, so if you want to review this after the fact, I will have the recording available on our library. And if anyone who's actually watching this recording after the fact and have any questions for me, you guys can feel free to reach out to me at my email address is librarian@achs.edu. So our library, if you're not familiar, is a fully digital library. We are not, a brick and mortar college as you are most likely familiar with right now. So all of our resources are housed in what's called the Library Launchpad, and they're all digital resources. So here we are on the Library Launchpad. And the Library Launchpad can be accessed from every single course that you are enrolled in. You can access the Library Launchpad by clicking on the left-hand navigation panel link labeled Library Launchpad. It's just a single page with all of our resources. So just to briefly scroll through and I'm going to talk a little bit about each section. I'll dive a little bit into separate sections, but like I said, if you have any questions about a resource or anything on the library, feel free to just interrupt me. So starting with what a librarian, so what I can do, what I'm here to do, what I can help you with at ACHS. So I'm here to help you if you have any questions or you need help creating an effective search strategy for your research. I can absolutely help you do that. I can help you locate full text articles or teach you how to do so. I can teach you how to cite and reference in a format appropriately in the APA 7th edition style. And I can also assist you with search, other database searches, other information needs, textbook needs. I'm really an open book. A lot of people come to me for questions, and if I do not have the answer right away, I will search for that answer or direct you to the correct person. So here's my contact information. You're always welcome to email me at librarian@achs.edu. We have a comment question discussion board. It's called the Ask a Librarian discussion board. You can post a question in there and I'll get back to you, in that discussion board as well. And then the Ask a Librarian feedback widget, this is a button that's in the left-hand navigation panel of your course. It's just called Ask a Librarian. If you click on that, then that sends me an email as well, and I can respond to that. My live hours of where I'm actually online is Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I do check my emails on the weekend, but I will most likely respond to you the quickest, actually Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So beginning with our library databases, we have several different tabs here, as you can see on the library. We have a Search the Library tab, a Research Help tab, Journal Articles tab, ACHS Article Request Form tab, and an APA and Citation Assistance tab. So all of our library databases are actually located underneath the Search the Library tab. So if you scroll down, you'll see that we first list our subscription library resources. And these resources are databases that provide access to a lot of our scholarly resources and research here at ACHS. So these are subscription-based, meaning that we at ACHS, we pay a fee in order for you guys to have access to these databases. We have several subscription library resources, and I'm just going to briefly talk about each one of them and what they can provide for you. So the Alt Health Watch database is just a general complementary and alternative medicine database. So if you're looking for research on just the general CAM modalities, the Alt Health Watch database is a great place to start your research. The American Botanical Council, or Herb Library, is a great place if you're looking for herbal medicine research. So this website / database provides great information on all different types of herbs, including monographs and research articles. The Library and Information Resources Network, also referenced sometimes as the LEARN database, is a database that is a very general database. So this will provide you information on not just CAM modalities, but also business or other health kind of related research. This is a really large database. So if you've ever if you've dived into the LIRM database, maybe one of your classes, they've asked you to do so, you will notice that there's a lot of different databases within this one database. One of those databases is ProQuest Central. So I've broken that down here in our subscription library resources. I like to point people to our ProQuest Central database because this database is filled with a vast amount of information. I find a lot of great information in here on complementary internal medicine, herbal medicine, aromatherapy, essential oils, business, holistic nutrition, you name it. So this is a really vast database as well. Just above that, the Natural Medicines database. This is another specific herbal medicine monograph database. So if you're looking for anything on a specific herb, any information such as background, history, the interactions with the specific herb, sometimes they even include patient handouts with that herb. This is the best place to search for that kind of information. We also have ProQuest RefWorks, which will help you cite and store your research articles. So this isn't specifically a database where you can search for articles, but rather a database where you can store your articles. So when you have a large research paper or an assignment and you want to organize all your papers, this is the place to go. ProQuest Research Companion is just a helpful support tool. This is not a library database where you can search for articles, but this is rather a research support tool. So if you need help kind of learning more about information literacy, such as conducting research or compiling a research paper or anything related to just information literacy and research, this is a tool for that. That will have support videos. There's like some pre and post quizzes that are ungraded, and it's just kind of a support tool. And then our last database, our subscription library resource, is our newest database, and this is the Science Direct database. And there is a sign-in that's required, and this is specifically related to just health and life sciences. However, I found a vast amount of information in this database as well. So I would highly recommend exploring that when you have a moment too. So I know there's a ton of different subscription library resources, and you're probably thinking, where do I start for my research? Well, that is really up to you. It just depends on which database you're most comfortable using. You can test out each one. I always like to start in the more general databases and then narrow from there. So for example, if I have no idea what my research is, really, it's kind of more of a broad research, I'll start in the Library and Information Resources Network, and then I'll narrow it down to the Alt Health Watch database or vice versa. So we have a ton of different library resources here, but if you need any help kind of figuring out even where to start too, if you're even lost of I don't even know where to start, just let me know, and I can walk you through each database or which database you can start your research in. At the very bottom, I kind of want to briefly talk about our recommended library resources. So we have additional resources that are actually not subscription based. So these resources are actually free for everyone to use, not just ACHS. So you can access these resources just by Googling these resources, but we like to just kind of provide them for you here, just so it's a quicker link if you need any help finding that link. Some of the more popular ones you might have noticed or you might be familiar with is Google Scholar and PubMed. Google Scholar is, if you really like the type of search engine that is Google, Google Scholar is the best place for you, is one of the top search engines for you, because Google Scholar is a scholarly search engine. So what it is it's a similar layout to Google, and you can just, except what it does is instead of popping out all the results that a simple Google search will do, it will pop out results for research articles and scholarly articles. So Google Scholar is a great resource for that. We also have a ton of other resources such as Inner Body. So if you're taking an anatomy and physiology course, this is a great interactive kind of support tool that shows you 2D, 3D images of the human anatomy and the body. We have a medical dictionary, and we have a few other different resources like Open Access Button and Unpaywall and Semantic Scholar. These are all sources for you that if you're looking for articles and you come across something that has a subscription cost associated with it, you're more than welcome to try out these resources. So type in that article into these resources and they will try to find that for you for free. So this is just, a bunch of different variety. Feel free to kind of read through them each on your own, or if you have questions at all, please let me know. And then of course, PubMed, that's probably one of the more popular scholarly sources or popular databases that you will hear at ACHS or even at any health sciences library or college, because this is a vast database that consists of millions of citations and biomedical literature. So before I move on to the next tab, I noticed there's a few questions that popped up, and I just kind of want to make sure that I've answered, everyone's questions thoroughly. So let's see what everyone says. Do you post links on the Canvas platform for different databases you've mentioned? Oh, wow, that's a great question. I do not actually. However, I do share these with your instructors as well. If your instructors have any questions or, are looking for specific databases that would be helpful for their classes, then I would share with them with your instructors, who would then post them as an announcement. And then, as Bonita said, yes, so our library Launchpad, so these resources are also posted within Canvas. So I am in Canvas right now, but if you're referring to them being more visible, like on an announcement page or whatnot, that is something I do not do, but that's something that I could share with your instructors, and they can post those databases in an announcement to make it, more visible to you on an announcement page. However, if you're looking just specifically for where to access a library Launchpad and all of these resources that I'm mentioning right now, it's located in the library Launchpad link in the left-hand navigation panel of every single course that you are enrolled in. So I'm moving on to the second tab, which is known as the Research Help tab. So this is a tab that it consists of all of my training tools on how to do research and how to do library type things, quotes. Starting with our library training video resources. So all of my library training video resources, including my library webinars, including this one today, are hosted and recorded and stored on this particular page. So here I host and store videos on how to format an APA, how to search specific databases more in depth, how to evaluate different sources. And then this video, like I said, will also be posted there. So I will, this will be able to show everyone who wasn't able to attend today, talk a little bit, show them about the library and kind of give them familiarized with that, of course. So if you scroll down a little bit, we have what are known as our library resource guides. And I'm just going to open one up to kind of show you a little bit more about what these are. These are guides that I've created that kind of dive deeper into different types of library topics and library items such as, evaluating sources, searching a specific library database, even publishing an article. So the library resource guide is set up the same way. If you click on each link, you'll see a detailed handout, a step-by-step guide of how to do something such as search a database or how to determine if an article or a source is scholarly. And at the very bottom of the handout, I also include a video that goes along with that. So if you're more of that visual learner and you like to see that video, I've also attached a video to the handout. So as I said, these resource guides consist, of multiple library topics such as searching a specific database, such as the Alt Health Watch, LIRN, natural medicines, etc. I also have one on search strategies and library limiters. So if you're trying to look specifically for certain research articles, this library resource guide will help you conduct or how to create that type of search string to find the research articles that you need. This library resource guide also shows you what kind of limiters are in our library database. So these might be unfamiliar terms to you, but if you have any questions, feel free to stop me and ask away. I also will be doing another webinar on search strategies and library limiters too, to kind of more delve deep into this. But if you want to, for now, look at what a search strategy or library limiter is, feel free to open up that library resource guide. At the very bottom, we have our library subject guides that I've created. So these are just these are guides that show you which databases here in our library are best for searching a specific subject. So for example, if you are looking for articles on anatomy and physiology, I have provided you a guide that shows you which databases, which journals, which web resources are the best place to start your search. So these, are really great resources for if you are kind of stuck on which databases you want to get started on your research and you're studying, say, aromatherapy or business. Just click through these guides, and then there's a starting point of which databases are the best to start your research within. So let me see if there's any questions that came up. Okay, so nothing in the chat before I move on to the next tab. So our third tab is more just kind of like a fun little tab. These are our journal alerts. And what this is we have connected or linked with our PubMed database. And what we have here is a list of new research articles that are published from PubMed. So every time a new research article on the topics of aromatherapy, herbal medicine, business, nutrition, complementary alternative medicine are published for free within PubMed, they pop up here. So you're welcome to kind of view this on a daily basis or whenever you feel like you want to, and just kind of see, what research is new out there. So it's just kind of a fun little Twitter feed to kind of see what's new out there with research. The fourth tab is our ACHS article request form / our shared articles. So there may be a time where you come across an article in our database or even somewhere else that has a fee associated with it. That is fairly common because even though we subscribe to a library database, that doesn't mean that we subscribe to every single journal within that database. But if you do come across that fee, I don't ever want you to pay for an article at all. What you simply can do is you can submit an ACHS article request form. This form goes directly to me, and I have a relationship with a really large hospital library here in Oregon, and they have a larger library, and there I will find the article for free. So I always say like about 99% of the time I can find that article for you for free. And if I cannot, I will find you an article that is similar to the one that you're looking for, or I'll help you modify your search to find additional articles that are similar to the ones you're looking for. So I never want you to ever pay for an article. I want everything to be free here. This is a library. So, and then we also have our shared articles, which are just a few articles that actually our president, Doreen, has shared with me and asked me to share with you. So these are ones that she has personally purchased herself, and she thought they would be beneficial for our students to read. So before I move on, I saw that there was one question that came through the chat. Oh, yay, free. Yes, I know. That's what libraries are for. I never want you to pay for research. And I think it's not cool that even journals require anyone to pay. So I'm all about trying to find my way around the paywall. And our last tab here in the library is our APA and citations assistance tab. And I'm not going to go too in depth with this because my next webinar in about 2 weeks will talk more about how to cite and reference APA. I apologize, the tea is going off right now. I'm working in the kitchen. However, I want to let you know, these are guides here to help you with APA and citations assistance if you need help now. So the first one, just very briefly, is our citations and references APA basics and tutorial page. This page this page includes cheat sheets on how to reference and use in-text citations, including how to source specific types, format specific types of sources. And our library and our APA library skill development tools. This is a quick module that you can walk through, just kind of introduce you to APA and kind of test your knowledge. And there's even a worksheet and a bunch of different support tools here to help. I did see a couple questions pop up, so I want to address those. So is there a specific search? Okay, so is there a specific search strategy tab that helps with wordings within our search? Oh, that's a great question, Andrea. How about, there is not a specific search strategy that does that. However, if you send me an email with maybe what you're kind of looking for on your research, then I can help guide you to find those correct articles or to conduct and create that search strategy. Maybe we can just kind of talk a little bit more offline and dive deeper into that. And my email is librarian@achs.edu. Harmony asked, I found articles where the abstract is available and I can't see the full article. Would that be the same thing as that you can get the full text first? Yes, Harmony, that is correct. You can absolutely submit that ACHS article request form when you come across an abstract that you can't get the full text for. That is exactly what I'm referring to. Okay, thank you, Victor. Thank you for clarifying. Yes, please do just reach out to me and I can help you conduct that search strategy and create that search strategy further. I'm more than happy to help. Okay, so that is actually all I have for you. I don't want to overwhelm you even more. I know I just threw a lot of different resources out at you, but if anyone has any questions, I'll just wait a few moments to see if, kind of digest everything and just see if there's any more questions I can answer for you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, I am more than happy to help. No question is a silly question at all, especially related to APA or search strategies or finding articles, because it is a completely different, realm of things compared to what in addition to what you're studying. So I'm here to help. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. So it looks like questions are kind of slowing down. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Like I said, I'm here to help. My contact information is right here, or if you just cannot remember, anyone here at ACHS knows my email address and knows my contact information. So they'll just forward your questions to me. This is recorded and it'll be posted in about an hour under our Research Help Library Training Video Resources tab. Our tab and the library resource training video resources link. So if you want to rewatch this and kind of become familiarized again, that's where it'll be hosted. Thank you again, everyone. And, someone asked, Cloud, do you have a digital copy of the latest APA 7th edition on the library Launchpad? Cloud, no, we do not. However, our APA and citations assistance, nope, you're totally fine, Cloud. This APA and citations assistance, these two support tools actually follow that 7th edition guide very thoroughly. It just kind of breaks it down. It doesn't, of course, it's not the full textbook. It kind of just grabs the most important information from that guide. I can definitely, I can recommend where you can purchase a digital guide. Amazon is a great place. Even if you just search for the APA 7th edition guide and you just type in digital, they'll come up there's a few different places that will come up and you can purchase that text via just, any vendor if you feel comfortable doing so. But if you do have any specific questions and you don't feel like actually purchasing any kind of 7th edition guides or anything like that, or textbooks, just reach out to me and I can help answer those APA questions. So I can be your textbook rather than you purchasing one on your own if you don't want to. Okay, well, like I said, thanks again everyone for watching. And if you have any questions, yeah, feel free to reach out to me, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys at my next webinar. I'll be posting an announcement next week about what day and time that is. It'll be generally around the same day and time. But all right, thanks guys. Talk to you soon.